Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live, and I'm here with John Harmon. You work for Galveston County Office of Emergency Management doing training.
That is correct.
And today we're going to talk about CERT training. It's a training, from what I've read, training to help people understand what they need to do and how to do it for emergency purposes, whether it's a freeze, a hurricane, any kind of, more or less, I guess, a natural disaster.
Natural or man-made.
Man-made disaster.
Any emergency situation or anything that causes somebody, to have to take steps to be prepared and to be ready and then to take action. That's what we do with the Community Emergency Response Team. We're helping people to take care of themselves, take care of their family, take care of their property, then to reach out and help their neighbors take care of their neighbors.
So it's sort of like an extension of the fire department, the police, a little combination of everything.
Very much so. And in the training that we offer our citizens in Galveston County, they're going to learn fire response. They're going to learn how to use a fire extinguisher, how to make sure that the fire extinguisher they have at their house is ready to go and be used, how to take care of it. We're going to teach them how to work with law enforcement. And we do this mainly through incident command training. And our members, our volunteers are very knowledgeable in incident command and can fit into the response of the paid and
help out.
Volunteer, first responders.
I told you when we were talking before, I'd taken that ICS 100 and I need to take my test for 200. And I've learned a lot because I've dealt with Galveston County Office of Emergency Management, the ESD, and the fire department rescue here, when we've had Burl or we had the freeze. And it made me better understand, because that is a FEMA standard, made me better understand how things work and in jurisdictional,
Absolutely. It all begins with incident command. And incident command became standardized right after September 11th, when we had all the disasters across the country. And Homeland Security was put together and funded after 9/11. And the standard is that every law enforcement department, every fire department, every EMS department, every emergency management service, whether it be public, whether it be private in industry, or it's a volunteer group like the Community Emergency Response Team, we're all supposed to speak the same language. Right. We're all supposed to be using the same forms so that we can mesh together and we don't have the difficulty that they had on September 11th when the police department could not speak to the fire department,
right,
who could not speak to the Port Authority, who did not have access to the state officials,
right,
because they all had their own systems.
Right.
So now it's one system, and we teach our volunteers how to work within that system so that they can easily mesh with the local first responders. And so our volunteers are truly first responders in the sense that we can work and help in our neighborhood, we can work and help in our city, we can help and work in our county. And that's what we do. And so it's all based, we start the very first night, we start teaching them incident command.
Speaking of nights, how many hours is this course?
This is a 24-hour course.
Okay.
And it's done over 2 weekends here on Bolivar.
That's what I was going to ask. Is it something that, when I was reading the brochure, you have to be there, take all the nights? You can't take the first two and miss one. You have to make it up before you can do your test and pass. That's
correct, because it is a national curriculum. And as the coordinator for the program, I need to make sure that everybody is equal in putting forth the same effort. And they've had time with the material. Because once I give them a certificate at the end of the class, it states that they are prepared to be a first responder in their community. And so if you have to miss a Friday evening, then I generally just ask them to make that up by doing a quick outline of what was covered, so that I know they spent time with the material and they understand what was covered.
Okay.
But it's 24 hours. We do it over 2 weekends. We'll do, the first weekend will be a Friday evening, then a Saturday, and then a Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
So that
3
after
days.
church. So it's 3 days the first weekend. The second weekend is Friday evening, and then we do the Saturday. And the
Okay.
Saturday is 8:30 to 5. But that last Saturday is really an exciting day because it's skills work in the morning to get prepped and ready. And then at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we are going to have a disaster at Fort Travis. And the CERT members that are taking the academy and the CERT members that come out to help them graduate and act as victims or people in need of assistance, they're going to hopefully have access to the underground bunkers at Fort Travis.
Okay.
And we've done this in the past, where we put victims in the bunkers, and then the graduating class has to go in, find them, rescue them, bring them out, take care of them. They'll be putting out fires that we'll have in secure areas within the park. So it's really a great time, but it gives them a chance to show off what they've learned.
Great. If people want to get more information on this, I'm going to show a flyer now on it, but what's the best way to register to get, can they go to the GCOEM website, or what's the best way to register for this?
You can go to the GCOEM website. There's a link at the website that will take you to our CERT website.
Okay.
Or you can just very simply Google Galveston County CERT.
CERT.
And our Samaritan website will come up first, and they can
Okay.
click on that. We have links to our trainings and to our academies
Okay.
on the home page. So all you have to do is scroll down a little bit, look to the left of the page, and you'll see all these individual links.
Okay.
You would look for CERT Academy 2025-1, Crystal Beach, and click on that, and that's how you would register. Fill out that form.
What's the cost for this?
It is absolutely free.
Is it?
And not only is it free, but we will give you about $50 worth of emergency supplies in a backpack that you
can
have for
carry.
your own, to keep at your house, in your vehicle, to help your family members, your property, your neighbors, and then to respond as a first responder as part of the team.
Great, great. Well, this is a great way not only to be involved in the community, but also to be ready if there is an emergency down here. And like we were talking earlier, whether it's a freeze, a fire, maybe a barge has an accident on the intercoastal and has fumes going this way, or there's a collision at the intersection of the intercoastal and the ship channel, you'll know exactly what you need to do and how to do it and respond with Galveston County or a volunteer fire department, because they all work together on situations like this. John, thanks for joining us today. We're going to head on out. Remember, this is a great way. It's free. And what better way to spend your weekend learning how to help your community? Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye.